Pecan Tree Line Lane, I'm Larry Marble. It's time for a big old heaping helping of ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the grain commodity commentary courtesy of John Tuggle, 800-288-4453. Corn futures closed up 3 to 5 cents near their highs on Friday. Corn was supported by a lack of Midwest farmer selling and stronger cash basis levels. The primary negatives in the corn market are a big crop about to be harvested and slow export demand, particularly the lack of the communist Chinese in our corn and our milo markets. For the crop just ending at the end of the month, the communist Chinese will have taken over 270 million bushels of milo from the U.S. Currently, the Chinese and an unknown destination has about 63 million bushels on the books for 21-22. If the communist Chinese buy no more U.S. milo, there will be several hundred million bushels of milo on the market looking for a home that will eventually have to compete directly with corn, something the corn market has not had to consider as long as the communist Chinese have been in the U.S. milo market. Cash milo basis levels remain on the defensive, as the best posted bid delivered to Houston is now down to 110 over Deese. The Corpus Christi Public Elevator in ADM and the Andersons in Houston are closed throughout the weekend for milo trucks. Cargill Houston said they would be open Saturday 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., but they were closed on Sunday, and they will be closed again today. For more help marketing your grains, John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing, pipemovers.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the meat moves from Friday. Wholesale box beef prices weaker in the afternoon. Choice down $1.93 to $345.34. The select 407 weaker at $315.52. Estimated slaughter 651,000 head for the week through Saturday. That's 14,000 head behind last week, 3,000 lighter than the same period last year. Looks like going into the weekend, cash trade was light, 125 to 130 in the north, 127 to 128, and a few 122s in the south. As we look toward the hog side of that meat equation, pork cutout 19 cents stronger in the afternoon, 116.59. Slaughter 2.44 million head. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. We're on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, I need to weigh a bunch of pigs, and I understand that you've got some deals going on hog scales.
Yes, sir, we sure do, Larry. We're having a fire sale on 58 SX hog scales from W.W. Paul. They are going to come with the beam and poise and 2 bifold doors. Really easy to work. They're running $17.50 right now, Larry.
That's a great deal. Tell us the brand again.
They're made by W.W. Paul.
Tell us how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
We've been with Stephen from D&D. Go to ddtexasoutfitters.com for more information. We are on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction, Mason, and San Saba. Ken, first up, let's talk about the special that we had there in San Saba Saturday.
You bet, Larry. We ended up having right at 2,600 head. I thought overall demand was extremely strong, had a very, very active market, had buyers from Oklahoma, all across Texas, and then about 730 on the internet. I thought we had an extremely good offering of pairs, probably 400 or 500 of those we sold with the fleshier younger pairs. I think most of them kind of brought from 1,575 up to 2,200, except we had 8 pair of those really, really good off the Collier Diamond Seed Ranch Red Angus, Sim Angus cross pairs. They brought from 2,800 up to 3,300 on those. Some of the solid mouth pairs and pairs carrying maybe a little flesh, a little younger, they brought from 12.5 up to 1,550. We did very, very large, probably over 1,300 head of bred cows, and I thought they were very good. And most of those were medium to long bred cows. Pretty well those that were in really good flesh, they sold pretty well. Very, very active from $13.75 up to $23.75, except we had one really good set of long-bred Red Angus, Sim-Angus cows that brought $2,700. I thought the short-bred cows, kind of 1, 2s, and 3 months bred, and some of the solid-mouth cows, maybe fall and winter, they sold from $1,025, just depending on how far they were. Some of those cows just 1 month bred or whatever, all the way up to $1,550. The short-bred, medium, and long-bred heifers, I thought overall were in very, very good demand. They range pretty well from $1,100 up to $2,400. I've assumed most of them pretty well range $13.75 to $2,400, depending on the breed, the size, the flesh, length, and pregnancy on those. We also had a very, very good offer to open heifers, and they sold pretty well ranging price from $760 up to $1,700, all depending on size, flesh, and breed type, Larry. And so it was a very, very good sale, large crowd, very active, and I was very pleased with the market overall.
What are we anticipating for Mason for today, Monday?
Well, got a pretty good run. We've got 750 head came in on the night before, on Sunday evening. We had about 70 or 80 cows on hand, about 20 bulls. We're kind of expecting that maybe 1,000 to 1,100 is what we're expecting for on Monday, Larry.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Ken Jordan.
You bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. Always go to our website also for additional information on all of our sales we have upcoming, and that's at jordancattle.com, Larry.
We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you Monday evening.
You bet. Thank you, Larry.
Remember, neighbors, MG Building Materials has 5 locations. MG in San Antonio's at 2651 Southwest Military Drive. MG in Corpus, they're on Padre Island Drive, 7436 Padre Island Drive. MG Building Materials, Uvalde, 2301 East Main. The store in beautiful downtown Kerrville on Memorial Drive, 2202 is the street number. And MG Building Materials in Pleasanton, 1734 West Oak Lawn. Now, I know you can't remember them all, so go to mgbuildingmaterials.com for details. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock, Sheep and Goats Tuesday, Cattle Wednesday in Fredericksburg. Sean, what do you see from the Sunday evening viewpoint?
Oh, I'm sure we'll get somewhere around that 3 to 4 is what we're hoping for on the sheep and goat end, and around that 1,000 to 1,500 on the cattle end. So don't know a whole lot. It's kind of quiet all weekend, but it is that time of year, so I'm thinking that's kind of where we'll be at.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you if they need to sell sheep and goats or cattle in Fredericksburg.
They can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Sean, we appreciate it, and we'll talk with you later on in the week.
Thank you.
Neighbor, this portion of today's program is brought to you by PMI Jordanton. Call 830-769-1234. That's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing. Pipe, valves, or fittings, plates, sheet, channel, beam, culverts, purlins, fencing, and supplies. They now stock new pipe and casings. Find them again at PMI Jordanton, 830-769-1234. Neighbor, now it's time to catch up with Leo Casas. Leo, how are you today?
Doing good, Larry. Well, we've had a good week, and we're going to have another good week coming up, working some calves, and the grass situation appears to be very good. This market is getting better and better. I like that. And we're moving into the rainy season. Don't forget the South Texas Cattle Marketing Sale. It will be my privilege to auctioneer this coming Saturday. Call me for details. I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on a daily basis on Instagram, Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information, CasasCattle.com, CASAS, CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
We're on the line Sunday evening about 8:15 with Riley Rhodes. We're anticipating a successful sale on Monday in Three Rivers at Live Oak Livestock. Riley, what's it looking like?
I got a pretty good sale, Larry. Looks like around 1,300 for tomorrow. Not many cows again, mostly calves. We've got probably 30 palpators and maybe 10 or 15 pairs. The rest of them going to be packer cows on the cow end. Calf-wise, there's lots of good calves there. Got a set of really good Brangus and Angus type calves. A couple sets of Charolais cross calves. Had another set of kind of some Beefmaster cross calves with some pretty good heifers on them for replacement type. And then lots of small groups, no big strings of cattle for tomorrow, but lots of 30 to 50 head bunches. But it looks like around 1,300 is what we'll end up with for tomorrow.
Tell everybody how to contact you.
361-813-6650 is the cell. 361-786-2553 is the office. LiveOakLivestock.com is the web.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Seth Crane, Union Commission, Hondo Livestock. We're talking about the Monday sale. What's it looking like?
We got 300 and, well, they said almost 400 now, so I bet we're going to have 450 or 500 come sale time, somewhere around 70, 75 cows. Of those, we're going to palpate about 50 of them, 5 or 6 pairs there on the yards. And we got 2 young Charolais bulls we're going to test in the morning. Bulls are both gentle and would sure work as somebody's needing a Charolais bull. As far as the calf and yearling run, a little bit of everything, lots of good calves stacked around here, and be some light calves too, and lots of good work calves. So sure ought to be a good sale tomorrow. If anybody needs anything, don't hesitate to call us. And would like to remind everybody we will be closed next Monday for Labor Day. In the meantime, get a hold of us right there at the office, 830-741-8061. Get me on my cell phone, 210-288-3960. And for any updates and information, visit us on Facebook or HondoLivestock.com.
Thank you, Seth. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Neighbor, did you know, combined with the Truss Department, Insulation Department, and Millworks Department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We are on the line with Gary Butler, Nixon Livestock. It's about 8 p.m. Sunday evening. Gary, how's the Monday sale shaping up?
Oh, Larry, we got about 1,000 head in right now. Look like we probably have 1,200 tomorrow. Got about 120 cows probably. Got a few black cows. We're going to palpate in the morning. There's about 20 of them. Pretty decent kind of Brangus cows need to go back to the country. Then I got about 14 pairs of the same type of cattle, Larry. Other than that, packer cows, got about 30 bulls on the yard already. Other than that, we're going to have a pretty good slug of calves also.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for Monday sale in Nixon, Gary Butler.
Larry, you can catch us here at Sale Barn, 830-582-1561 or 62. Catch me on my mobile, 830-857-4330, Larry.
We appreciate you, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you, if you're thinking about putting beef in your freezer, now is the time, and Primo Processing is the place to contact. Save money by going directly to the source, Primo Processing. Skip the big supply chain and know where you're feeding your livestock and what you're feeding your family. Feed them the best. They've got the supply for feeder cattle lined up, and they have a few slaughter dates available in July and August, so don't miss out. Call Primo today. Primo Processing Hondo, 830-521-3337. Buy local, feed local, Primo Processing, Hondo, Texas. Neighbor, let's take a look at cotton movement while we have the time. The online trading platform, The Seam, reported 1,164 bales as of the 26th, average price $90.31. Cotton Market Review reported 1,551 sold at an average $92.24. The weekly state classings report showed 84,580 Upland, Texas cotton had been classed as of the 27th. Cotlook A Index 103.90 after a 60-point bump. The week's AWP 79.12. The certified stockpile 76,583 bales as of the 24th. Neighbor, there's your cotton moves. Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus in August, D's plus 65, 11.05. Houston D's plus $1.10, 11.85, and Progresso 10.50. Yellow corn through Corpus, August, September delivery, September plus 70, 6.28. Houston September plus 45, 6.03, and Progresso 11.80. Hard red winter wheat delivered to Houston in August, September plus $1, 8.12 and a quarter. And Houston beans, August delivery, November less 30, 12.93 and 1/4. Neighbor, let's see if we manage to move any cotton in Texas on Friday. Looks to me like we did. 91 bale of East Texas, 12 bale of West Texas. Prices range from $91.52 up to $94.52. Neighbor, that's it for Down on the Farm. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Larry Marble. Good day to you.